are you doing? Have you ever been pulled over by the police and received a ticket for running a stop sign or speeding, and ever noticed that it comes in three copies? And have you ever wondered what each copy does, or what the values are? Maybe the point value, the monetary value? What I'm going to talk to you about today and give you a little information on is what we in the Air Force on most installations use to as a traffic ticket, such as local law enforcement, and it's a DD Form 1408. It's an Armed Forces traffic ticket, and this is what we use for most active duty military members for any kind of violations, such as speeding, running a stop sign. We also use it for parking violations. They're mostly issued to, like I said, active duty military members. They can also be issued to civilian contractors who are driving a GOV, which is a governmental vehicle on installation. And in cases, it can also be issued to dependents, depending on what installation you're on and what their local regs are, and if they have the DD Form 1805, which is what is generally issued to dependents or civilians on a base, which comes with a monetary tone. Okay, and basically, now I give you a little description of who gets the 1408 and what it's used for. I'm gonna go over it a little bit, and basically, it comes in three copies. They're three different colors. The first one I'm going to talk about is the first initial copy, and it's all based on a carbon copy system. So when we write on the white copy, it automatically transfers to the yellow and the pink copy. And what the white copy is basically, this is the violator ticket that goes to his commanding officer. And some of the information that goes on here, and the first part of it is all the violator's information, such as his name, his organization, driver's license number, social security number, his date of birth, what time, the location of it, the violation. The second part of this is what he did. There's speeding, stop sign violation. Depending on what he did, you mark one and then mark the box of what he did, whether he just failed to stop or maybe he rolled through the stop sign rather than failed to stop. There's a spot for that. And if it's a parking violation, there's also a spot for that. The next phase of it gives a basic view of what it's like outside. Was it snowing? Is it rainy? Day, night, fog, wind? Is it 4-lane road, 2-lane road? Was it business, rural area, community, housing, where it was at? And anything that may have, the last box over here is anything that may have made it more dangerous, such as did it cause an accident when he ran the stop sign or anything like that. If there's nothing to mark it on, you put it in the remarks section right here, see remarks, and then down in the remarks section, you basically state, according to the Air Force Instruction 31204, what he did, such as speeding, running red stop sign. And the bottom part is basically the name of the person given the citation, what his unit is, and his data rank, or his rank, sorry. And like I say, this is the violator's commander copy. It goes straight to his commander or first sergeant. And what's nice about this is on the back, you can put any actions of the violator, such as if he had an attitude when you pulled him over, if he was, talking back, arguing with you, you can put that on there, and it goes, like I say, it goes straight to his commanding officer, so he knows how his personnel are acting when they're getting pulled over. All right. Second copy, the front is basically a carbon copy of the first copy, and this copy is what we keep and send to our reports and analysis section, and they keep track of this. And basically, the only difference on this is it's yellow, and on the back, you put 4 different things: the distance you traveled, and the violator's attitude, the violator's condition, and any other special instructions you gave to that violator, such as most of the tickets will be report this violation to your first sergeant and or commander within 24 hours or on the next duty day. And you basically write that on here, saying that that's what you told him. And down here on the next section is witnesses. Say if you had a person with you, you would put that person's name in the witness box. And like I say, that goes to our report analysis section, and they keep it on file. And I'll explain that to you why later. And this one is the pink copy. The front is carbon copied information from the first two. And like I say, this is the violator's copy. This is the copy you give to him. And the reason it's pink is they said that pink's a soothing color, so I guess he's not supposed to get as upset when he gets a traffic ticket. And on here you put this little sticker, which basically gives him the information he needs to go through reports and analysis if he wants to fight the ticket or have it pulled. And this is also where you will put report to your first sergeant and or commander within 24 hours or next duty day. And it's also, if it's, say, for insurance, he's not carrying proper insurance, you can also have him report to the security force report analysis section with proof of insurance, and generally they'll take care of the ticket once he has that. Okay, now that I give you a little brief of each color and what each color is for, I'm going to go over basically why this ticket is better than getting a ticket from local law enforcement or a DD form 1805. The 1408, basically, it's just a tracking ticket for point assessment. It has no monetary value, which means if you get a ticket for running a stop sign, you don't get charged for it. You just get points assessed. And basically, the Air Force runs off a 12-point system. So depending on what you did, such as, let's say, speeding in a housing area, if you're doing 15 miles over the speed limit in housing, that could cost as many as 6 points on your driving record. Whereas to run a stop sign, maybe 3. A parking ticket, maybe 1 point. And basically, when you get 12 points in your entire career on an installation, you lose your driving privileges for 1 year. And that is why reports and analysis tracks the yellow copy and the points and what you did. And like I say, that's why I think this is better than getting a ticket off base or getting in the 1805, because the 1805, not only does it add points to your record, it also costs. So if the state fine for, say, running a stop sign is $50, you pay $50 plus a $25 court fee and $75 altogether. Or you can go to court, and if you're found guilty, you still got to pay it. So that's why I think this is better. Okay, so basically what I did today was I went over the 1408, who it's issued to, and the different colored copies, which is 3 copies. Went over who keeps track of it and how you can rebut it if you need to rebut it. Basically, hopefully you'll never get a ticket on base. Hopefully you're a good driver, but just to let you know that we do keep track of them. So if you have a heavy foot or don't pay attention when you're driving and run stop signs, you're probably eventually going to get a letter from reports and analysis saying you need to come in because your driving privileges are going to be suspended for a year because you have 12 points on your record. So if you have any questions, please email me or post. Let me know. Thank you. Have a great day and be safe.